Hello, Reckoning7 and welcome back to Rule the Waves 3 as we continue to play the game of Is There Going to Be a War? And yet tensions remain high with America as we did for the entirety of the last episode, but no war eruptions as of yet, and that's good for us. Because I mentioned many times, we don't want to take on the combined alliance of America, Britain and France. That is a little too much even for my own grand ideas of myself to handle. But we may not get that choice. We do, of course, have a healthy construction program underway. We have a number of new light cruisers, which are about a year away. We've got some additional destroyers that are going to be in the next couple of months, and we're continuing to rebuild our older ships. All going fairly well. Bank balance is healthy. We're ever so slightly in the black. And yeah, we're really kind of rocking and rolling. The other thing we're going to watch out for this episode will be our jet attack, 6 months away from development, at which point we'll be able to roll them out across the fleet. We've got the ship's band of the battleship El Diablo plays popular opera overtures. Excellent. Well, we have had many years of peace. I can forgive them a little if their standards have lapsed somewhat. Get lots more destroyers. Germany and Austro-Hungary have remained friends. Okay. It's not that problematic. A new naval secretary believes destroyers are the most important part of a navy. He wants it to build at least 18 additional destroyers. That's a lot of destroyers. Now, I'm not necessarily against that. I quite like having lots of destroyers. It's good, especially I think these missile-capable ones should be able to therefore pack a punch well above their weight limit, if you will. But that's a lot. 18's a lot. So I'm going to say half, I think. We could do another 9 for you. How does that feel? That feels good. Okay. Missiles will be transformed into torpedo hits if used. Diving missiles. Oh, now this is something. I don't know if it's an improvement or not. I'll have to have a look at that. Okay, when am I being evaluated on my destroyers? 5 months. Okay. I mean, if we could just rock out a few more of these. Because I will only just finish designing them. What would that cost me a month? 4 million. We could afford it. But not for the full 18 months. I'm surprised my destroyers are taking 18 months to build. But fine, I suppose. I accept that. What money are we about to get back? Well, we're going to get 2 million there. Which won't put us far off being in the black, actually. Okay. I think we can make this work. We're going to do it. We're going to commit. We'll build another 9. Lots and lots of destroyers for us to play around with. Beautiful. Okay, Doctrine. Use diving missiles. Missiles will dive just short of a target to produce underwater hits. Less reliable, but more flotation damage to the target. My instinct is initially saying no. And I'll tell you for why. So I get it, it's saying increased flotation damage, which presumably is a benefit. But presumably most of the big ships these days will also have reasonably good torpedo protection. So that's going to mitigate some. Although, in truth, I think the torpedo protection systems in-game just add to your overall flotation damage, so it doesn't really matter if it's coming via shells or missiles or torpedoes. You just get the benefit from additional flotation. I don't know. It's not. I'm not happy that it's a good enough improvement to go all in for it. I may do some investigations between episodes, if I remember, to see what the general consensus is out on the interwebs and let you know. Or some of you may know already and you can let me know. Okay. 9 pistols. We don't use auction fuel stuff. No, we're all okay. I think that's fine. Good. Yes, I believe so. Warships finish their working up. I'll need to have a look at our active fleet in a minute. A disarmament conference is being held in The Hague. I will happily keep up the appearances of being reasonable. Okay. I don't really want to do any more disarmament. We've had a few fun things in the playthrough. But I would like to keep on building and eventually get to war once this all sorts itself out. Okay, better cap. I like that. We got helicopters. Nice. Oh, that's cool. I don't have any helicopters, but we will design something eventually. Warships finish their working up. We've run out of names. We're on to generic numbers, but okay. The US jet attack the Brewster Bullfinch. Top speed 506, combat radius 417. Okey-doke. And your Philadelphia, yeah, they're carrying 4 heavy ship missiles. So if we carry the same missiles in our destroyers as they do on their cruisers. I'd like to think if you had, oh, so that's 14,000 tons, geez. You know, if I had 5 destroyers, surely I would win that fight. We'll see. Great Britain and Italy are having a bit of a tense time. Okie doke. And some vague improvements. Cool. Right, ships in service. So we probably have a bunch of destroyers on various states who've been recently upgraded or built. So you're my latest ones. You're all sitting on active fleet. You guys are mothballed. You guys are mothballed. How many ones sitting on reserves for you? No, I don't. I probably don't need you all on active, considering I'm also building a whole bunch more. So let's just mothball you lot, and we'll keep the rest of you working up towards active. So we'll have some quality destroyers in there. I will need to do divisions and things at some point as well. But I'm okay with that for just now. Good. Italy and Japan are now allied. Okie doke. A random Chinese ship. Okay. I really have it here because I thought we might be able to pick a fight with them, but it's never happened in what, 100 or so years. Oh, hey, look, we're now off the brink of war, so it's down to a 10. So definitely, unless we get another tension up, we shouldn't have the spontaneous outbreak of war. Which is good for just now. 3 ships. Okay, alliance between Austria-Hungary and Japan has expired. Oh, no, this is interesting because this would allow us to take on, you know, a German-Austria axis on its own. Not have to worry about our Far East holdings, which I would be up for. We have got better accuracy on our fire control. That's nice. And better radars, which is good. Or heavy jet fighter. What have you got for me? Okay, pretty fast, to be expected. Range is reasonable, 400 and something miles. Obviously, it comes in a little bit on heavy, but you shouldn't need to be on heavy. They do actually also carry missiles. Yeah. Toughness and firepower is all pretty similar here. So I think I'm just going to go for this chap, who's slightly faster. Has slightly better range. Technically 1 less toughness than the top one. I think that's a good exchange for 50 miles on heavy or 70 miles on light. Okay, I accept. Whether I'm going to use you or not, I don't know yet. The head of naval aviation wishes to bring to our attention we could develop helicopters. Oh, yes please. What do I want for my helicopters? Presumably I'm only really going to use them in ASW roles. So let's have... Let's make you reliable. And range, maybe? I don't know. Sure. Review of destroyer building is coming up, and nothing to worry about. We have plenty. Must have 2 destroyers building. Oh, that's interesting. It counted all the ones we completed towards the program. So I didn't need to build a whole new 9, but I'm not going to be sad with more destroyers. Okay, submarines are slightly better, even though we don't use any of them. And our 3-inch A is better. I'm not sure we have that many 3-inch A. Near misses from glide bombing have a chance of being converted to torpedo hits. Bomb and torpedo. Ooh. We now have medium surface-to-air missile mounts. Okay. That is something we're probably going to start putting on our ships. Our jet attack, is ready for operational service. Cool. China wants to buy our dive bomber. Have at it, my friend. Okay, let's look at our air groups. So here, you are... Now, oh, I didn't mean to do that. I accidentally put in Pegasus. Sorry, come back. It was you. This is flagged as jet, but I don't believe you can have heavy jet fighters or jet attack. If I change your role here to jet attack, will you be happy with that? No, exactly, yeah. Cannot operate heavy jet aircraft. It must have be jet capable and have an angled flight deck and catapults. So you are just, yes, you're fine. But are these ones? Presumably we put the right stuff on here, he says, hopefully. No. Jet capable, angled flight deck catapults. What? Pray tell. Did we build in our CVs then? Oh, that's not what I want to do. Open design for rebuild. We didn't give it an angled flight deck. That is irksome. We can fix it, but it's irksome. And it's going to take us like 8 months. Ugh. He says, ugh. Okay, but I want, at the very least, our kind of flagship carriers here, the pride of our navy, to be able to carry these blooming jet attack aircraft. That's the whole point of them. It's the whole point of you. Right, so you've got catapults, but we need an angled flight deck. I didn't realize it was a must. Well, I know, live and learn. You live and you learn. So we are 200 tons over. But the other thing, since we're playing around with it, we could try and throw on some SAMs. Where do they go? Oh, I could also, I remember we went massive overkill here. I think it tells you to have no more than 8. Which we can run with. Do you go in here? Yeah, Sam. If I go some wings, please. Okay, so number of type positions. I'm assuming this is that a single tube with 20 reloads, perhaps? Oh my god, they're heavy. They're very heavy. With that, we could certainly bring down the number of guns that we have to try and offset some of this. So like our forward wing. That doesn't even come close, really, does it? And what I don't quite have a feel for is how many guns I want to get rid of. You know, what's a gun versus a SAM? I mean, that should at least it should be a fairly, not definite kill, but a much more likely kill. But then that is only 2 aircraft I'm going to take out. Alright, let's close that again. Maybe we don't put SAMs on our carriers. Maybe we just do drop like a turret and gets to the 15 tons over there, and that would get us there essentially. I don't have to worry about trying to find 360 tons for a SAM. I would like to go up to full tech 5 for our radar though. Just fine, we can just rob a bit away from here. Okay. This looks acceptable. It's going to cost me 8 months, a couple of million, but I'll be able to stick jet on it. We'll just go in and bend the flight deck a little bit, make it angled. Easy peasy. Alright, go for it. Oh yeah, you do want spacious accommodation. I don't really want to give it to you, but I am curious to see what the impact would be. I mean, this feels like a pretty major change to the ship. Having to fit in more cabins and stuff. It does cost me 300 tons. I think I'm just going normal. We'll deal with the crew impact for just now. Okay. Get them rebuilding, please. What's our dock size? 41,500. I would like to maybe increase this. How long would it take? 12 months? How many years left in the game? Let's do it. Let's make it slightly bigger, and maybe we can do one more large fleet carrier in the early 60s. Okie doke. Everyone loves me. I'm building boats. Ships. But Generalissimo wants to hold an international naval gathering with a sailing regatta and a competition. Prestige up, tension down. Or more money. No, I'm okay with this. Because we currently have tension with the wrong people. All ships with torpedoes now have some ASW capacity. Okie doke. And you're selling me a new medium bomber. What has your medium bomber got? Torpedoes. This one's poor reliability as well, so I'm automatically favouring this one. Slightly less on my heavy bomb load. A bit tougher, a bit manoeuvrable. Range is still massive. Yeah, fine. Since the other one's poor, I'm happy to try something else. Germany is seeking improved relations. Well, now this is an interesting one. If we get an alliance with Germany and Italy, might be more open to a tangle with another big alliance. Interesting. Yeah, let's go for it. Italian is going to buy A. How about Italy? A better A for ourselves. Kidoke. Generalissimo has made a foreign policy gaffe. You've been asked to smooth things over by the naval secretary. We could divert attention by making a statement criticising the adventurous foreign policy of somebody else. Now, we still have the age-old problems, Great Britain, France, and America. But we could mock Austria-Hungary. That's fine. Or Japan. Let's mock Japan. We don't like you. You're silly. Oh, and Germany and Japan are a bit anxious. Okay. I mean, there's nothing much we particularly want from a Far East war. But I'd be up for it, because it's certainly one we could win, and we get to play with our nice, shiny new toys. A spy from France has been discovered. Yeah, I'll hush up. They've got some protection. They're still the main enemy here. But they've got some big allies. Okay, we don't know how to wash our flight decks. We have got Blind fire for our ship-to-ship missiles. Nice. Double SSM launchers. Okie doke. Back in the black, which is nice to see, and creating a bit of a slush fund. One of our cruisers ran aground the shore of a minor nation. What's our reaction? We can demand they release it. Oh god, we're up to 11 again with America. Offer sincere apologies. Let them examine the ship. No. We will apologize. Okay. Tension at 11. Let's see what happens. Starting to get some more of our missile cruisers out. This is good to see. Just a random Chinese cruiser. That's not that interesting, I'm afraid. An aluminium superstructure. Presumably saving on weight. Okay, we're now... Wow, that's a healthy monthly balance. Our budget must be pretty chunky right now. How does that compare to everyone else's? Does everyone got chunky budgets? Yep. Okay, I guess the world is just getting rich at the minute. Spending all on boats. Get more missile cruisers. Okay, so now... right, we'll answer this first. I always want to back Val unconventionally, but I'm not ready. If we get into the 60s, we'll just pull the trigger. But for right now, let's see if we can't orchestrate the fight that we want. You've offered me a new jet attack. It's very kind of you. What have you got that's different? What have you got that's different? Ever so slightly more range. Which I will accept as an improvement. Okay, we are now so flush with cash. What are we going to do? Now, well, we didn't talk about trying to build new, bigger CV, although my dock size hasn't increased much. So maybe let's wait 5 months until that goes up. It's not going to be a huge increase, but maybe 1,000 tons. And then maybe we lay down a couple new CVs. Or, well, I mean, I still really want some either more fast battleships or some battle cruisers. Probably just fast battleships, to be honest. And I'd always be happy with a few more heavy cruisers. We haven't really got heavy cruisers for the missile age yet. Torn. I'm a little torn, I'm not going to lie. But we don't have to build anything immediately. We can let's build up to maybe around about 100. And we can commit to a couple of things. Or we want some tonnage built. Okie doke. Okay, so war has broken out between Britain and Italy. That's interesting. So presumably Germany's going to get involved in that war. I wonder if that'll pull France and America in or not. Oh. Do we wade in on this? And now I'm not so sure about stoking the fires with Japan in case we get called into a seriously multi-fronted war. I don't want that. We could just have a go at France because we might be able to stay within the tension limit. Because I think these are just general tension bumps. Let's try it. Let's see what happens here. 4-inch dual-purpose guns are more effective. Ah! A totally wee bump. Oh, I forgot to put ships in our orders for the shipyards. Okay. Austria wants to buy stuff. Have it. I don't really mind. I'm not worried about that. A new helicopter. Very, very close all round, to be perfectly honest. These guys have a bit more range. You're slightly tougher. You're slightly more maneuverable. Let's go middle of the road. if we say, well, let's go for new fast battleship. What do you give me? Bunch of 16-inch guns. SAMs? No SAMs. No missiles. It feels like a very old school ship you've designed there. What about an heavy cruiser? Lots of missiles. No SAMs though. And some 10-inch guns. Or do we just want more light cruisers? Show me. What was our material design or material Mark II? Where are you? Open design for rebuild, please. Well, you were a 10,000 ton light cruiser with what, four heavy ship-to-ship missiles. Actually, spacious crew. No SAMs though. So I wonder if we want to sprinkle in some dedicated AA ships. I'm going to have to ponder for a moment. Okay, I've done some pondering, and as much as I quite fancied building another fast battleship, or maybe even something to replace the Trident, get it back up to speed, it's just, I think I'm stuck in a previous age. And indeed, when you look at the Almac, you see that no one really has much in the way of battleships these days. There's a few kicking about, but not many. And yeah, it's huge. It's the carriers in America. 15 carriers, 5 underway. This is a real deficit. So I think we do want that fleet carrier. And yeah, more cruisers I think would be useful. Again, maybe another kind of run of 3 we could send off to do some colonial stuff if need be. And I could always go for some more light cruisers. So what I think I'll do is I'm probably going to lay down a few more materials just to get us over the next few months, and then I think we're going to see what we can get a CV out, maxing out our current dock size. So let us just, because I don't think there's much in the way of change. Vote me for rebuild. Leave the SAMs off you guys for just now. Yeah, you've got like 2 tons left. There's no real change here, so let's just not to do that, and we'll just build some more material Mark IIs. They do take 5 years, so I don't want to spend all my free cash on it. But let's do another 3 of these. 3 of these. Will that run to a month? 6 million a month. Okay, that should leave plenty of cash for hopefully 2 new CVs, 2 new fleet carriers is what I'm thinking. Okay, we shall do this. So 3 months. And then we'll build a new fleet carrier. Unidentified submarine is fire torpedo. What do we recommend? War with America. Sink all the subs. We shall go to international court. Single supercarrier protected by a ring of escorts. Okie doke. More ships finish their working up. Government is concerned about tensions into war. You've been called to give advice. What do you recommend? We could safeguard our interests by negotiating an agreement with... I mean, surely most of these people are going to tell me to get lost. Those 3 certainly are. Let's see if we can become friends with Germany again. Haha! We now have friends. Oh, missile torpedoes. Okay. Might give them a little bit more use. Alright. I'm going to push it 1 more month just so we're at that place where we're ready to build our CV. Oh, I just noticed tensions skyrocket with America, actually. New docks have been completed. 2 ships finished their working up. This is crazy amounts of tension. Uprising in Africa. Lots of tension, a little bit of tension, or huge amount of tension. Let's just say gunboat for just now. Lots of problems. The British navies and Italian ships. So Italy has lost a fleet carrier and 2 destroyers. Britain lost a destroyer. Not going well for Italy. Ha ha ha! And there she is. And there she is. It's been coming. It has been coming. We are officially at war. And despite many years of peace, we may not be as prepared for it as one might think. Let's mobilize. Where's the mobilization button gone? There we go. Boop. We're now slightly negative. That's okay. Plenty of the bank balance, and we get some ships still to roll off the docks. Yeah, I do have some obsolete destroyers, and I've got around to upgrading, but that's fine. One thing we'll look at is for our jet carriers here, we will want to change these guys out, but I don't want to do it right away because I'm conscious about how many planes I actually have. 11. I have 11 jet attack. And I make 7 a month. Okay. So what we'll do for just now is on Vengaza here, let's put in 1. So they'll get, by next month they should have enough sort of 1 squadron, and we'll just start to swap them over as and when they come available. Apart from that, we'll just be using our dive bombers. Okay. Oh lordy. Britain might join in, but they're busy as well, so we might be okay. So we'll probably definitely have a few engagements with America first. So they've only got a light cruiser out here. Have they got much else? A heavy cruiser, heavy cruiser, heavy cruisers. Where's all their ships? 10 CVs. There you go. Chilling in North America. Fine. And they've got a couple down, and we get 5 in the Caribbean. That's a lot of ships, I'm not going to lie. Okay, could have said I want to play this. Now, we will have a bunch of planes in the Mediterranean. Probably not doing very much unless Britain gets involved, which it may or may not do. Targets for the war. Well, first and foremost, let's survive. I'm a little worried we're going to lose some of our Caribbean holdings. Which would be annoying because I quite like them, but if we did lose them, then we could kind of completely ignore the New World. I'd be more upset if we lost our Southeast Asia holdings. So we'll have to keep an eye on that. We certainly have more ships than America out here, but they can swing a big fleet away fairly easily. And if Britain join in, then I would quite like, obviously, take Gibraltar and Malta. That would be cool, but we'll have to wait and see. Okay, I've got some more preps to do, but I think on the eve of a momentous war, possibly run ending, we'll see how it goes. Yeah, we're going to call it some quits. I'm really excited to see our new ships in action. We've spent a lot of time building. I want to see how these missiles work. Yeah. I feel like we can do good if we give ourselves a bit of a chance. We're going to have to play smart. We're going to have to play smart. We've got a big deficit to overcome. Oh, God. 5-1, if you count the ones that are currently building. 5-1 deficit of CVs we've got to overcome. Woo! That may be difficult. Actual tonnage-wise, it's only 3-1. I wonder if they've got smaller CVs kicking around somewhere. Show me your ships. You got some light CCLs. No, they're all pretty chunky CVs. All right. Anyway, we'll call that one here, and we'll come back, and we'll get into rough and tumble of a world war. I'll see you then.